Dog smelled a rotten smell on the owner's body, but all he could do was look on. He couldn't tell her. The dog was watching TV one day. Suddenly there was a loud bang in the kitchen. He rushed over to check it out. It turned out to be his mistress who had thrown up. Looking at the owner in distress, there was nothing the dog could do. That day she took the dog for a walk in the mountains. She hadn't walked long before she started panting. Then she collapsed on the ground. The dog was at a loss for words. He stood beside her and barked. A passerby came to her aid. She was taken to hospital. When the dog saw her again, she was a different person. The dog almost didn't recognize her. She was diagnosed with terminal cancer, and the smell of decay was getting worse. The dog knew in his heart the lady's days were numbered. From then on, day and night, the dog stayed by her side. He watched her for days and nights without sleeping.
The demon was coming for Eve, but he would have to get through me first.
When everyone else woke up in the morning, the dog only sleeps a little. But the day finally came. When the woman was dying, she told the dog, "When I'm gone, you must take care of my little master for me." Then she stroked the dog's head. She passed away peacefully in a beautiful dream. The next day, the dog watched the body of the lady being taken away. He felt a sense of emptiness in the room, so he picks up the dead woman's hat and lay down on the sofa, smelling that familiar smell. He remembered the old days. He was just a month old when Danny took a shine to him. After meeting each other, Danny decided to take him home. He gave him the name Enzo. He would take him to the races every night, and Enzo had a passion for racing. For the rest of the year, Enzo would accompany Danny to the races, to feel the joy of winning together. Soon after, he met a girl called Eve, and it was at this moment that Enzo felt the love in his master's heart. He was afraid that his master would be taken away by this woman, so he didn't hesitate to take Danny away with him. But Danny had been single for so long. Who had been single for so long, dragged him back. He asked for Eve's contact details. Then, at a competition, Danny won the championship, and at the same time he captured Eve's heart. It wasn't long before they were married. Seeing his master taken away from him by this woman, Enzo was devastated, but he didn't make a scene. Instead, he dutifully handed over the wedding ring to them. Soon after, Eve was pregnant with her baby. As she approached her delivery date, Danny was given an important match. This put him in a difficult position. If he went, he would miss the birth of his baby, but if he didn't go, but the gain was really important to him. Eve didn't want to put him in a difficult position, so she told him to go without worry. She would take care of herself. It was at this point that Enzo slowly came to accept Eve. On the day of Danny's match, Eve gave birth. Enzo was watching the game, and watching the woman at the same time. He was so worried. Eve gave birth to a girl. She was named Zoe. It was the first time Enzo had seen such a beautiful creature. From then on, Enzo has been by his little master's side every night, day after day, until he was 7 years old.